angle we have seen of the two gunmen, filmed as they repeatedly opened fire, standing on that footbridge connecting Bondi Beach, the car park, to the pavilion, and then down to the actual sand of Bondi Beach. In front of them, you can possibly make out what appears to be a third weapon on the ground. We're not quite sure, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but it appears to be a third weapon. Civilians who'd been sheltering nearby understandably chose to run in a state of absolute panic to put more distance between themselves and the attackers. But as you can see from this vision, the gunman then leaves the bridge, and we know from other footage that we've seen, it is then that a man who we are without question describing as a hero, a man who was standing by, who witnessed this. You see this vision now where that is just the most extraordinary act of courage. Wrestling that man, wrestling the gun from him, holding it up, pointing it at him, keeping him at bay. It would be, I think, pretty clear that man's actions have absolutely saved lives.
They've saved so many lives, and it'll take days, months, years maybe to even fully comprehend what he and other brave bystanders have done, how many lives they've saved by intervening. As we've heard throughout the evening, and as Damien Ryan, our senior reporter, reported, this shooting lasted for 9 minutes. They were firing for 9 minutes at least. And we don't know how many minutes into the shooting that when the man decided to jump in and bravely intervene. You'd imagine, Georgie, the adrenaline would be pumping. You either go to fight or flight mode, and he certainly fought for those people down at Bondi today.
And it's just so, I keep saying this, but it's just so brazen. It's just so extraordinary to think this was playing out with hundreds and hundreds of people around. And after several more minutes, the gunmen, as you can see, they're ducking for cover as civilians approach. And as you see there, picking up that third gun. And we understand that it's at this point, as civilians approach, police move in and manage to secure the scene. As you can see there, this is police then, they start to swarm in. The
police station only roughly 500 metres away. They would have heard the gunshots from their station, and immediately it would have been all hands on deck.
Damien Ryan joins us again from the scene at Bondi Beach. Damien, as you would be well aware, there's so much vision now flowing in from witnesses, and we're sort of piecing together what unfolded from 6:40 this evening when this all began. So many people with not just sort of visual accounts, but of course verbal accounts of what they saw unfolding before their eyes.
Well, you're right, there were so many people here, and on that, I have seen that vision you're talking about. You can hear the person filming them trying to guide the police, telling them that he's over there, and when it comes to an end, you can hear the civilians and the people who are watching and stepped in saying to the, one man's shot and, the other one's down. So, they played a major role then, and then obviously there was a lot of anger once they knew both men were dealt with, and police had to hold the mob back. But, you can understand the reaction straight away from that. The important decisions made this evening by the police minister, by the police commissioner, calling it an act of terror, that will give the police not just the power they need, but the resources as well. They will throw everything at this, and rightfully so, that's what should happen. And as the Prime Minister...
The problem belonged elsewhere?
Sorry?
Before it arrived? The problem belonged to Albanese elsewhere.
Let's talk in a minute. I'll deal with that. And the Prime Minister said it was just an act of evil. So, he's right on every corner there. It's been a long evening for the people of Bondi, a tragic evening for the community, the Jewish community, and for everybody involved. I think that they're still coming to terms with hearing now that 12 people have lost their lives, over 20 people in hospital. There is that child, sounds like that child that I saw who was wounded. is in hospital and in a reasonable condition. So that's something that's worth sort of expressing, that there's some good luck there for that child who I did see and looked very upset and very badly hurt. But anyway, so for everybody else, it's been it's been just a wicked night that many people in Australia will never forget. Certainly, it's one night I will never forget for sure.
Absolutely, Damien. An evening that is still just beyond comprehension, an act of absolute evil, anti-Semitism, and as we heard from the Prime Minister, no place for it, no place for that level of hatred and violence. We're going to cross now to political editor Charles Croucher, who's in Canberra, and